Rob's Arcade, Rob's Arcade, where the games get played and the games get saved so they can be played on another day. Rob's Arcade.
Well, here we are, everybody, at the beautiful Walt Disney's Epcot. Now, this is one of my favorite parks in terms of theme. It's right up there with the Animal Kingdom. And though I do enjoy the classic cinema and the movie-making themes of Hollywood studios, to me, no other park better defines what Walt Disney set out to do when he originally opened Walt Disney World back in 1971. And that is to remind us that even though we all come from very different backgrounds, different cultures, and we are different people, we do share one Earth. And in my opinion, no other park better epitomizes that than Epcot, which, ironically, opened this month back in 1982. So do me a favor, take a trip with my wife and I as we take a tour around the world through the eyes of Mr. Walt Disney himself. Let's go, guys.
Well, good morning, guys, and welcome back to Rob's Arcade. Of course, I'm Rob French, your host, and actually we're stepping out of Rob's Arcade today and heading to Disney World's Epcot to hang out, ride some rides, eat some more food at the Food and Wine Fest.
Right onto Sergeant Tibor Tolay.
You got it. Which I'm excited for, because I haven't really ridden any rides. We've been a couple of times. I don't feel like I've ridden anything since we've been. It's been mostly about food and wine, but there's also, I think, some new booths open today that weren't open the last time we did food and wine.
In 1.1 miles, turn left onto West
Let's see if they're open now.
Sandon Boulevard.
Right. That they weren't open the last time we went. So it's new food and wine.
Gracias, amigos. Buenas tardes, somos el Mariachi Cobre. Thank you so much everyone for joining us here on Mariachi Cobre. And we have been performing here at Epcot now for 39 years since day one. Just celebrated that anniversary, and that's all because of you, so thank you once again for being here. We started out this set with a very traditional style of music for the mariachi, the son, which developed in the western states of Mexico, and that one was entitled
I feel like it'd be good with like a mixer. As a mixer, rather.
I don't get it.
The Beverly. This is the Viva Moldova. Very raspberry. Sprite from Russia. Cucumbery. About to try China here. I don't know what that is. Oh, hard no on that. China tastes like barbecue sauce.
What?
Yep. They like the barbecue sauce. All right, we got some Royale watermelon from the Philippines. It's actually really good.
Can you try? Oh.
Yes.
I kind of like that.
Moldova's good, yeah.
Like, it's not super sweet, but it's good.
Pretty.
Yeah, it's got a good crust to it. Russian cucumber water, soda, whatever. That's kind of tasty. I like it.
Dominican Republic. Not awful. Very, very citrusy.
How do you want to drink this?
China.
I smelled it, and it smells like straight barbecue sauce.
I'm telling you, they love their barbecue sauce.
No, that's worse than the Beverly.
Doing Madagascar.
That's tasty.
Yeah, tropical. Kind of vanilla-y.
10 out of 10 would make watermelon. It's Zapoliche, if I pronounce that correctly. And it has to taste better than the barbecue sauce, so. And it tastes like apple juice. Yeah.
Well, there we have it, guys. I really hope you enjoyed this video. I really enjoyed this trip to Epcot. Typically, I don't know, it might be all in my head, but I kind of have like negative vibes towards Epcot. I never really look forward to going to Epcot, and I think it's just because it's, you know, in the past, my wife and I, we make huge day trips out of every park, and Epcot kind of falls at the end of the trip. So by day 3, day 4, we're kind of tired, our legs are sore, our feet are sore, and Epcot is a big park. I forget how huge it is sometimes, and it's a lot of ground to cover, and there's not a ton of shade. So if you're going into like your 3rd day of vacation on a hot day in September, typically it's not the best. The crowds have always been kind of heavy. We go a lot of times, like I said, during the Food and Wine Fest, and that always draws a really big crowd. But this last time, man, it was just really, really awesome. I enjoyed so much of this last trip to Epcot that I really don't even know where to start. I mean, the crowd wasn't very bad. The weather was great. We got to do a lot of attractions and a lot of rides. And even though Epcot isn't like known for its thrill rides and roller coasters, they have some really just great attractions that always just really center me and kind of like reconnect me with the planet. I don't know if that sounds a little goofy or not, but there's just something so wholesome about Epcot that I don't know, I leave and I feel one with the universe, and like I've connected somewhere on some other level, and it was just a really great experience. I think my favorite thing though overall, aside from my wife kind of stealing the show with her freaking t-shirt, my wife goes to extreme sometimes and does some really great costumes and some really great outfits when she goes to the different Disney parks. We've been complimented several times on different like Halloween costumes the two of us have done, and she's even had like a following where some of her friends will dress up as something one day and some cast members will notice her, and then the next day some other cast members will notice another outfit. But then the other 2 cast members are friends, and they've noticed and they've talked about her outfits from the day before, and she's kind of she kind of trends at Disney. It's kind of interesting, but I don't think anything was more like just it blew me away. Like she just wore basically a Kiki Waka t-shirt and kind of went as like a camp counselor from Kiki Waka, the show Bunked. And I mean, so many people stopped her, complimented on her t-shirt, wanted to know where she got it from, were singing the song. I mean, it literally blew me away. But aside from that, I think I really enjoyed the whole Ratatouille experience. I mean, that's one of my favorite Pixar films. I've worked in the restaurant industry, and there's just something about that movie that just really nails what it's like to work in a restaurant, minus the mouse controlling you through your hair. But anyway, I've always just really loved that movie, and it's really it's immersive. It's a really cool little part of Epcot that I really enjoyed, and it not only reminded me so much of like Ratatouille and kind of like put me inside of that movie, but a lot of the buildings and the decor outside of the attractions had a very cool like Muppet-esque feel to it, where you had a lot of cool buildings and structures with kind of wonky roofs and pipes coming out of the top, but then in the background they would have these like wooden cutouts of other buildings, and it just gave this really like cool old school Muppet 3-dimensional look, something you might find in like the Muppets Christmas Carol. And I don't know, just walking around there before you even got into the attraction, it was just a really cool vibe, a really cool atmosphere, and just I think that was probably one of my favorite moments of Epcot, was a whole Ratatouille thing. Now, I didn't get any of the ride, and I apologize for that. I like to kind of give everybody a little bit of something in the park, whether it be like the Rise of the Resistance ride, a little bit of that, a little bit of this. You really couldn't get a lot of footage on the Ratatouille because it was like a 3D ride experience, and that's not really going to transfer on the camera through the glasses. So there's nothing I can really do about that. I try to get as much footage of the Ratatouille like little thrill ride as I could, so hopefully you guys will enjoy that. But in my opinion, that just gives you guys something to look forward to next time you go. You can check a little bit of the video out and go check it out for yourselves and really get all of it, you know, experience it, you know, yourself and not through my show here. But guys, thank you so much for hanging out. Let me know what you thought. Give me a thumbs down, give me a thumbs up. Let me know if there's anything, you know, you want to see that I didn't kind of highlight here at Epcot. We're going to do more parks, there'll be more videos kind of highlighting different things like drinking around the world and just different rides and things like that. So if you didn't catch anything in this video or part 1, go back and check part 1. This is only part 2, so if you didn't see everything, go back and check part 1 to this, and hit that subscribe button so you can catch more videos from the Disney parks coming up to you guys. I love to do comic books, video games, toy unboxings, Disney parks. There's so much fun here in Rob's Arcade. If you're not a subscriber, hit that button. If you are, hit the share button, guys. Let's get more people in here, you know? Hit that comment section. Like I said, let me know what you guys think. And of course, this is not goodbye. It's not goodbye. To be continued. And until next time, don't spend your quarter anywhere else. Thank you so much for hanging out, guys. Love you much. Take care. Bye.
Got the rice lager, the chicken teriyaki bun, the shrimp tempura, and then some kind of a sake, the Odessa, Texas sake.
Good.
Very good. Super delicious. It's cold, right?
Yeah, a little warmer.
Yeah.